Hi guys, my name's Shiels down here at Trafford Golf Centre in Manchester, and this is part 3 with Andy Gorman, who is a putting coach, fantastic putting coach. If you've not seen part 1 and 2 already, go and check that out. If you have seen them, you'll realise why my voice is so croaky, because I've been at the Manchester Golf Show and I've done lots and lots and lots of talking, so it's just in its kind of final legs now. But Andy's travelled all the way from Birmingham, so we had to do this filming today just because I wanted to show you guys how to improve your putting better. I shall now stop talking. I'll introduce you to Andy. Like I say, if you've not seen part 1 and 2, do check them out. It's so important, because this video is all about the secret to how we're going to hold more putts.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Rick, and hi guys on the audience. Secret. Straight back and straight through, Rick, is a myth.
No.
It's a myth.
No, it can't be.
It's a little, yeah, it is a myth. You know, it's interesting that we think, you know, and let's think logically just for a moment. If the putter moves in a straight line with the face square to the target line,
okay,
the ball should go straight.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, it doesn't work quite like that. And there's a couple of reasons, major reason being that, you know, the manufacturers are governed by the R&A to place at least 10 degrees of lie angle onto the club. Well, actually, because we reverse that, that would be an 80-degree putter, and most putters are in the 70-degree category.
Okay.
And as we've spoken about earlier, you know, we talk about the putter being slightly flatter for the girls, but you know, there's a reason why. So ultimately, we've got to incline that pendulum. So a perfect pendulum would be in this manner here, but we don't have that choice. We have to be in this position.
Okay.
Our body is also inside of the putter. So when I stand to the side of the putter now, there is an incline. And if I had a big wheel here, you know, and we've seen over training aids in the past, explainer, etc., we notice that the wheel actually moves a little behind us as well. Now the putting stroke is just a very small portion of that wheel. So when I'm moving the putter, it will move inside that target line. So actually the putter can't stay on the target line to produce a straight back and straight through stroke. If we do that, that's creating an artificial movement or contrived putting stroke.
Okay.
That's going to create pressures. It will not hold up under pressure. And just as a little bit of a sort of stab in the dark, as I've noticed through my own means, you know, and this happened to me. You know, I thought it was a great idea, and I learned that method. The putts tend to go off to the left, and interestingly will come up a little bit short as well on the longer putt. So I'm sure many of our audience today will appreciate that. They'll be going like, you know, this is exactly where we're at with it. So bottom line is, get that putter to move a little on the inside, square, and then back inside again, and we'll be good to see a good rolling ball on that.
Sounds good.
Putting green.
And we've got a training aid here on the floor at the moment, which is the putting arc. So it's really good training aid. This has all been done by Andy, and Andy's kind of massively passionate about it. You're selling this online at the moment, aren't you?
We are selling it online. We've just gone live with it. Actually, we introduced it to the golfing public, you know, as the product we see right now at the Manchester show. Sold a good number of them, well into treble figures. So that's fantastic for a launch product. I have actually sold, believe it or not, 250 prototypes before that, and actually those prototypes have had tour wins both on the men's and the ladies European Tour.
There you go.
So quite happy with the results that we've been getting. You know, we polished it to give it a really nice look, and fortunately, you know, Seymour Putting Company, the largest independent putting company in the world, have actually endorsed the product. So you know, a double whammy really. You know, for me, that's, you know, been terrific support from them. But you know, they recognise exactly what it's doing. So
if I just bring you back round to the mat again, and just to highlight it, do you want to highlight what this is actually doing here, Andy?
Sure. Well, basically we've got a target line that's running. The dotted target line is moving towards the hole itself. Obviously our target line can vary depending on the break on the green, and the great thing about it is that it's actually made of vinyl, so it's a waterproof material. We can use it actually on the putting green and indoors, either on our living room carpet or on a putting studio. But ultimately it's got a couple of holes in here with a couple of indicated golf balls. Right hand for the right-handed golfer, left hand for the left-handed golfer. Let's be a little bit obvious about it all. We've then got an arc path, the black line here, and that's where the sweet spot of the putter needs to be, moving. So that shows us that arc, and then we want the club face to be square to that arc line as well. So as I'm moving it here, I'm just holding it off to the side, you can see that that will then open up in the backswing, and then the forward swing, we're going to see the reverse of that, so it will be closing down in the forward swing. So there's a couple of extra points there. We would also have the hole at the back. We put the T-peg in the hole at the back there. That allows us to adjust it to the left and right and get our optimum setup position. So we would end up doing this T-peg in the back, moving it to the right or the left, and then we've got 2 corner pin positions there for tees just to secure it on the ground, and then there's also a couple of holes just at the side here to be able to put some tees in. So if we're outside on the green, pop a couple of tees in there. If we're inside, we can always upturn a tee and pop it there. We've got our little gate drill, so we can make that as difficult or as easy as we need to make that to train ourselves. But ultimately, there's enough room there to get your golf ball to roll.
And you've got the 4 little points there as well, haven't you, on the top?
Yeah,
there's
four basic reference points that we've got there. The position of the golf ball. Because the putter's moving in an arc, there's actually a point of square which is fairly central to the body.
Yeah.
To the back of the ball in line with the centre of the body. Then we've got the position of the golf ball, obviously, in the first point. And then third point here, the putter face should be square to the arc and the lines. And then we can use the gate drill and also a tempo drill back to point 1, first black, second grey, grey.
Okay.
So we can get a little bit of tempo
Nice and
training going on
symmetrical.
there. So we're matching the stroke back and forth. Because
Super.
oftentimes, I'm sure you've seen it as well, students coming through and stopping a little bit quickly on the forward
Absolutely,
swing.
yeah.
And those lines help to encourage that as well. So that's why we changed the colours rather than just making 6 black ones. So it makes it a little bit easier to train with.
So it helps you from this view to be able to really kind of see that arc that you were talking about.
Absolutely.
Okay.
If we just swap putters over it, so
Okay.
you can see we've got the sweet spot line on the putter there. Now we're going to test your putting stroke out here and your prowesses from all the lessons that you've been having. But ultimately, let's see if we can get that putter head, the sweet spot of the putter, to just follow the black line. Now it's a little difficult to start with, putting you under a little bit of pressure. There we go. There and forward.
Naturally, I went back okay then, but naturally I know I wanted to push through straighter.
Yes, and we see a lot of that, and we see, what we would call the block stroke, where the putter moves back on the inside and then comes back a little squarer, and we see, some of the top players, trying to work with that stroke.
Yeah.
Invariably, in that situation, bad putts are going to be missed to the right-hand side. So the face just doesn't square up sufficiently. And there's a couple of points of reference we can work off that, but ultimately, I'm going to keep a couple of secrets to myself.
Yeah.
But it really does come down to then the physical nature of the player themselves.
I was concentrating on that arc.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And so once we get an understanding of that, we can then go into a point of reference in terms of, how do I get into the same place every single time? How do I understand my alignment? So the first point of reference, I've chosen my line. We're going to use a line on the ball and see how well you can actually roll that golf ball now.
Wow.
It can put you under a little bit of pressure.
Okay.
But this line you can actually see is nice and clear. Get it nice and square. Set the putter up to the ball then.
Yeah.
The body up to the putter, and this becomes our routine. So ideally, we'd have the coin on the ground, we put the ball to the marker, take the marker away, set the putter up to the ball now, and then the body up to the putter, and we're good to go. Just keep the sweet spot on the arc line. Good roll on that golf ball. Now,
Wasn't bad, was it?
you can blame me there because I didn't quite we did move the mat and I'd set it up slightly off to the right of the hole.
I'm quite happy to blame you.
The roll on the golf ball itself is what I'm looking for a player to improve. Once we get that roll on the ball and we can get that absolutely spot on, and we can really only do that from down the target line itself, Rick. So, it's really important. Don't sort of try and do it from the side.
No, always do it from behind.
Always do it from behind. Pick the line, aim, square the putter up to the ball, and then from there, it's the body up to the putter, and we are good to go. So I put you under a little bit of pressure ultimately because you're using my putter, or one of my demo putters. But that's a really good line. That is a super roll on the ball. So we know that we're executing a very pure roll on the golf ball, and that's ultimately, that's down to now. We can decide exactly where we want to go based on our ability to roll the golf ball.
Right, the true test. I'm going to put outside down.
Okay.
3 balls. I can see if I can hold.
Use your putter.
I'll use my putter. No excuses then. Right, so we've got club down first.
Club down.
Then the grip, more through the hand rather than being through the fingers, but not super in the palm.
That's right. So it's basically getting that shaft plane to come up to the elbow.
Let's go through
In
there.
that manner there.
Okay, good with that. Hold it 7 out of 10 with relaxed arms.
Nice and firm, letting the arms hang totally relaxed.
Forearms level.
That's correct. So we've got level here.
And eyes inside the ball.
Shaft plane through here. And your eye line absolutely perfect inside of the golf ball. Looking good there.
Result.
100% so far. Good roll again, just a little bit
on the edge.
Just a little bit firmer, so he didn't take the break that's there. We know there's a little break off the right.
There is a little tiny break.
Yeah. Hey, excellent. There we go.
That's
Fantastic.
not bad. 2 out of 3 is not bad at all.
It's pretty good.
Range.
Absolutely fantastic.
Super, guys. So, Andy, honestly, I really appreciate you coming down here and helping me a little bit with putting and giving the YouTube audience as much information as they possibly can. Guys, if you want to check out Andy, you can check him out on Twitter just here and on Facebook as well. We're going to do some more little tips and hints as well on the puttings. We're going to do 3 or 4 more videos. We're also going to do a full product review of the T-stroke with Andy's input. Going to do a little bit of challenging and games, you know, where you can practice your putting the best of ability. Again, if you've skipped straight to part 3, wrong on you, but go and see part 1 and 2 first, because they're really important to go and do that. And then stay tuned to my channel just here to find out what we're going to be doing next to help you improve your putting. Do subscribe to the channel. Thanks so much for watching. I've been Rick Shiels down at Trafford Golf Centre with a horrible croaky voice with Andy Gorman, putting coach to the stars and helping me massively improve my putting with some simple.
Very simple. It's all about keeping it simple.
And they can get your mat from your website?
Can do. Puttingcoach.co.uk.
Super. You can get out from there as well. See you soon.